Assalamualaikum and good morning. Today we meet again for our next video discussion for the LAX2047 Poetic Society for the group discussion for the second issue mental health. But before we go further, let we introduce ourselves first. Okay, my name is Muhammad Ramzie, Aliff Aiman bin Rosli, meeting number 1195809. And I from Faculty of Forestry and Environment, study on forestry science.
Hello and Assalamualaikum to everyone. My name is Muhammad Nazrain bin Buniran. My metric number is 196591. I am same with Ramzie from Faculty of Forestry and Environment, studying on forestry science.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Nuralif bin Roslan. My metric number 196381. I'm from Faculty of Engineering, currently taking electrical and electronic engineering.
Hello, my name is Safwan. My metric number is 198758. I am in the Faculty of Engineering and currently studying electrical and electronics engineering.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Imran bin Abdul Hakim. My matrix number is 198781 and I'm currently taking Bachelor of Electrical and Electronic Engineering.
Okay, thank you everyone. Okay, so let's don't waste any time. We go to our discussion from group one for the mental health. Okay, Nazrain, can you share screen?
Ramzie, I think you need to change the host. Alright. Can you guys see the screen, the poem?
Yes, you can see it.
Alright. Alright, Ramzie, you can start.
Okay, let me start first. Behind the smile, there are tears. On a sunny day, there is a storm. Hiding the pain with a smile, pretend to be okay. In the light, there is a darkness that killing my soul. The past keep dancing in my mind, track me in traumatic past. They said I'm too weak, but they don't know what I feel. They see the peace, but I feel the war of fears and anger. I'm pretending to be like them, just to avoid the wars. They don't understand. They just mental killing me. Sometimes I think I'm not perfect to live in this world.
I need to face this problem because I am the author of my life. So if I feel myself can cope, I did not put a full stop. I will better through it and hope. I could not just give up, but instead need to fight. Battle in the darkness until I see the light. I could not simply live a short story with words of pain, but a story of my strength and the thing that I could gain. Just take the first step, be strong in each hour, carry on the story, and be proud of my own power. Alright, so that's all.
Okay, that's all our poem. For group two, do you have any comment?
I think I want to start first. I want to highlight about the word choice in this poem. I think the word choice in this poem is understandable words. I think not a single word I did not know its meaning, and then it's simple enough for a general audience to understand. And then I very like about stanza 1. The word choice is very simple, but it delivers a deep message to the reader. Behind the smile, there are tears. On a sunny day, there is a storm. Hiding the pain with a smile, pretend to be okay. I think the word choice is very nice and it deliver deep message lah. So I think overall about this poem is about someone is suffering with mental health, and if we can see start from stanza 4, how the author resolve the problem, the mental health problem from winning his life. Uh, that's all from my opinion.
Anyone want to add something?
Thank you, Nazrain, for your opinion. In my opinion, uh, same with Nazrain, the word choice is okay and easy to understand, but there is some words that not suitable for kids, which is killing, which is not a very friendly words with the kids, which these poems only good for the adults, as the words are quite dangerous, I think, in my opinion. Uh, in stanza 1 and stanza 2, the writer shows that in everything, in every good things, there is a bad things, but the writer only deal with the bad things in his life, which make him worse. And in stanza 3 and stanza 4, it, the writer show that people around the writer will keep talking about the dark side of the writer, which make the writer even feel more worse with their judgmental. And stanza 7 show that the writer doesn't give up but keep fighting with the problem and finding his own strength to encounter the bad things in his life. And the last stanza, stanza 9, it showed that the writer it showed that we should be positive in the flow of our life story and should be proud of what we have. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nuralif. In my opinion, I think this is a good poem. And I have to disagree with Nuralif. I think the killing word is good for this poem because it highlights mental illness, and most most people that experience mental health problems are in their teens, so they should know. So that I think the word is good because they can relate. They think of this on a daily basis. So I think this poem can make them relate that they feel like someone else is also experiencing the same thing they are. Another thing why I like this poem is that the first half is explaining the someone's thought process when dealing with with mental health, and then the second half is the step by step on how they should fight back and not succumb to the mental illness, how they can improve their lives, like how they can improve their life. Like I couldn't just like the stanza, I think that stanza 6, I couldn't just give up but instead need to fight better in the darkness until I see the light. So that's like they can't give up, they continue to fight. So yeah, I think that's my opinion. Anyone else can
Okay,
continue?
thank you, Safwan. So I think that it is a good poem for mental health awareness. Uh, so first, I want to share my opinion about the implicit meaning for each stanza. For stanza one, I think that the writer emphasized on how they are experiencing depression. And then in stanza 2, I think that the author has a past traumatic event. So for stanza 1, depression, and stanza 2 is traumatic event. And then stanza 3, the author said that they judgmental killing me. I think this means that the author have anxiety. And then the next stanza, sometimes I think I'm not perfect to live in this world. This emphasizes on anxiety. So, and that's the other half of the poem, which the author tried to overcome their mental, his or her mental illness by facing the problem, such that said in this second half of the poem. So that's my opinion. I think this is a good poem because the author share the his or her problem, and then the author share his or her way to cope the problem. So that's my opinion about the implicit meaning. Thank you.
Okay, okay, thank you everyone, and I agree for all of your opinion with the meaning, the word choice, and the effectiveness. But I want to add something that you all not noticed yet is about the problem here. The problem here is two problem. One is the mental health, and the other one is the community judgment. If you see the stanza three, they say the author said the judgmental killing me. It shows here that the judgmental of the community, not himself, but the community around him. That is just the mental health is something that related to the weak of the soul and something, but not the traumatic or the mind of the someone. If we see the first stanza, it shows that the author tried to hiding the he tried to hiding his pain. But why he said his pain? Why not just show his pain and say doctor, the state, the family? And this the answer in the stanza three, in which the community, the family, and the friends around him is not understand him. So what he can do is only to keep himself and fight is alone. So that's something I see from the poem. And after that, and there are stanza from the Nazrain read before. It's something that is fight back alone. Hey, I need to face this problem. It shows that even though the surrounding is not fight together with him, in he need also to fight the problem. And because he is the author of his life, it doesn't it doesn't important the community what community judge him, because the life is his life and he is the author of his life story. So he need to fight himself even though alone. So the next is I couldn't just give up. You show here that this reflect to the two stanza before. There's something I'm not prepared to live in this world. It's something I could not give up. So sometimes this thing is better to die other than to fight the mental illness. But it has the strong power to fight back, just to think that she cannot just give up and fight the mental illness. But it said here instead of need to fight, but better in the darkness until I see the light. So here that is must fight until he solve the problem of the mental illness. I'm not sure how he will be face the problem, either with uh, going to see psychiatry or just fight alone until the end of his life. I couldn't simply leave a short story. Here is refer to the short story of his life. He cannot just short his life story by killing himself. He need to fight until the end of his life. It's long story. And the last stanza here is just take the first step. This means that the first step is what his first step to do something like to think more positive, to see the other friend that maybe understand him or everything to make him feel better. And the last sentence here, and be proud of my own power. Here to show that if fight with even though he fight alone without any support, he can use his other some power to proud in the next future day after they solve the problem. I but I can say it is forward is effective. It shows that the problem we are facing, one day we have a when we solve the problem, we can see the light in the darkness. Like everything in a job is not just about the mental health, but also the other problem that we are facing now. If we keep fighting, one day we will see the light at the end of at the end of the journey. So that's all from me. Thank you. Or anyone want to add something? Nazrain, I think you want to add something.
Okay. Talking about the effectiveness of the poem, I think the poem is considered effective because if we have a problem or we have a problem with mental health, we cannot just remain silent and let the problem let the problem become worse, and then we need to overcome it. Uh, I think that's all for my opinion about the effectiveness of the poem. Anyone want to add your ideas about the effectiveness of the poem? No. Uh,
Okay, I can. I think, in my opinion, the poem is also very effective because you separate it into two parts, which is the first part about what the writer felt in his life towards mental illness, and then the second part, which is about not giving up and fighting. Then you say not succumbing to the mental illness. So the first part I think can make the reader who is suffering from mental illness feel like they can relate to it. They know someone is also experiencing the same thing they are experiencing, so they accept it more. And then when they read the second part, they feel motivation to fight the mental illness, to stay stronger, to go on with their life and not not take the short story, or not take their life or something like that. So I think it's very effective. That is all from me. Thank you.
I think this all. I think that's all for our discussion for this poem. And so we are going to see again for the next discussion on the next poem for the mental health from the group two, and it is the last poem for our legs. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.